Hey YouTube, don't know if I'm in shot or not. I just came back with a motherlode of scalextric haul. Didn't have a power supply, so I'm running an old sport track, but my god did I get a lot of stuff. So I'm basically just going to run through testing the cars now. I've got the outside ring of this. Never had banked curves before, so we've got banked curves. What else is interesting? Got this, which needs screened up. But look, it's like these chicanes are a bit rusty and stuff, but I mean, I got this stuff free. But look, sort of chicane type corner things. Miles of straights. At least another 3 bits for banked corner, 1, 2, 3. At least another 2 banked corners and more other corners. Some other stuff, including, it's like, look at that. Really, I mean, aye. So I mean, some of this stuff needs cleaned to make it work. I don't know if a race computer like from the 70s is ever going to work. So the car number 1, which I've just tested, so this one is going to work on the outside of the track anyway. The inside is not working at present. There we go. We've got a Rover. Is that an R2000? It's a 2000, isn't it? A Rover 3500. I suppose that probably means 3.5 litre. So hopefully, if I can get which one of these is it? This one. This one. If I can get a lap on these, then I count them as working. Obviously the tyres are all going to be good and stuff on these, but if I get up a... Yeah, see? Not particularly fast, that's me going full whack, but... So car 1, Rover, worky. Well, car 2, what? I'm just looking at these ones, I don't even know. There you go, another Porsche 911. I've got my red one, which I've actually got new tyres for. The tyres don't look too bad, this. But I mean, some of these might just not work at all. Some of them might be great. Whoa, okay. This needs grip. Maybe if I can get enough, of a run on it, I might be able to get it around the track. No, this needs a magnet. It's clearly got drive, just no grip whatsoever. And putting in a banked corner probably wasn't the best way of doing it. Obviously, I've not touched anything in these. These are just as they came out in the box. It would be nice to try and get a... I was too excited to see the bank corners working. I shouldn't have put bank corners in this track. Just get this more speed up. If we could just get more speed, I think this would make it round the track. There's not even enough to... Well, I'm putting that as working. Oh, actually, is this not the one that... Ah, see, the wheels spin independently of the motor. So I think what's happened is the motor's turning, but the wheels need to be glued onto the axles. In fact, they just come off like that. Yeah, so I mean, this one might work. We draw the super glue on the axles, and that's quite a nice wee Porsche. What else we got? This is doesn't have any braids on it. So, let's have a look at that. A wee Mini Metro. Is it a Mini Metro? Mini Metro. A roller boot. Right, so that will go into... Well, I don't know. Which one works, which one don't. Now we've got a... This one's got a magnet on it. A Kenwood... I don't know what you call that. Like a Le Mans car. So, I don't know. Is it going to work at all? Really stupid idea putting these back corners in. I'm just actually testing to make sure cars work. And it's got lights in it. It's got lights and... So if I can get... It's got a light in it. Must have light bulbs. See, I can't get enough speed up to get around that corner. Do you know what I think I might do? I'm going to very quickly stick another couple of straights in, so at least there's a bit more chance to gain some speed before it starts banking up the corners. Or should I just put in a flat corner? This is if anyone doesn't know anything about scalextric, this is old 70s, 80s stuff. In the 90s, in about 2000 or something, they changed the layout a little bit to be a different type of track. called Sport Track, which isn't actually that different. It's actually not as well built as this original 70s made in Britain stuff, but it's I've got a converter thing. So if you look there, you can see this is that's what the Sport Track edges look like. This is a converter, so there's your classic track and Sport Track. It's just the only power base I've got is a Sport Track, so I'm running it on a Sport Track power base. So if I just put another couple of straights in, of which I've got a big massive box, I'll just try and pick some shinier ones. Not very shiny. Yeah. Well, none of them are really shiny, to be honest. But I've got that many of them, miles of this stuff. The problem is now I've now got, that's really not very shiny at all. Oh, see, what was happening there was I had a track that was working. Now I'm going to end up with a track that isn't working, haven't I know that's going to happen. I went from a track that was working, but I couldn't get fast enough for some of the cars, to a track that's not working. It's just going to happen, isn't it? Even when you see the experts, the folk have been doing this for years, which I am not one of them. So the Rover was the one that managed to get round the track. Is it going to be able to get round the track this time? Power it up. No. Yeah, it's just too... I need to wire brush it or something. See, I've got power there, but just lose it almost immediately. I suppose this way I can just test the cars. Be nice if we could make that work. Right, I think this is a little bit on the dirty sides to make it all the way round. Really, like with the Sport Track, because it's only 10 years old. So at least this way I can see whether the cars are enough to run a straight. So what else? We've got I don't even know what that, I don't know what to tell you in the bottom, isn't it? No, it's just a scalextric Formula 1 car. It does have braids. The test run is now a foot long. Nothing. Oh, the motor works, but I see no, the wheels are completely disconnected, so there's a wee cog that goes in there, so it's not working, although there's quite a lot of bits missing from it. Right, this is a rather funky looking BMW. It's a BMW 3 litre CSL. I don't think I'm damaging any of these if they don't work. Well, it's working. I think the problem with these is the tyres are all gone. So, I mean, the engine's working, just that the tyres have none grip. Maybe if I had a longer run, I could build up speed. Okay, right, well, can be fixed, I think. Yes, we've got a couple of XR3s, a blue one and a yellow one. Both have braids on them. I don't think that's got the wee cog at the back. That one seems to. I'd imagine these wee cogs are probably quite easy to get. So, might get a wee bit of a run on this one, maybe. Yeah, working. Again, just no... Yeah. Half the fun's taking these things to bits. Oh. Intermittent, but sort of working. This one doesn't have any drive, but I mean the engine might run. Engine runs, so motors in there. What else we got? Well, it doesn't. There's a mini Metro, but it doesn't have a motor or real wheels on it. There's another. The other Metro, okay, that one's a little bit more on the crushed side, so maybe not too worried about that. Well, it doesn't have an engine in it, so can't really expect that to work. That's sidecar things. So I don't know. This one's got a magnet on it. This one's got a magnet that's fallen off on it. I don't personally fancy these very much, but yeah, okay. I think the wheels turn and the engine turns. It just doesn't move. Up the yellow one. What were the chances of the only car that had that actually work when the first one I tried? I think, see, this was a bad. I should have made sure the track worked before I did this video. I'll maybe do another video once they're working. And then these, get some slot cars. These have got a 360 spin thing on them. So in theory you should be able to do a 3-point, like a turn. If you stop it will spin round. Not on a track that's not working though. No, I'm not worried about the track not working. Oh, of course that's got a different type of braid thing on it. Oops. Oh, and the front comes off it. Nothing. Oh! Yeah, well, I mean, it implies that if you put wheels on it or a magnet or something, it might have a chance of putting it on a working track. Oh, alright, okay, of course. As I said, these things spin. But I mean, the fact that it's got power implies it's going to work. Yeah, so, I mean, what a haul of parts. I mean, normal corners, these are the same, but some of them look a bit different. Yeah, so, normal corners. The banked ones, we've already got 2 banked corners in here, so there's another 3 for a banked corner, there's another 1, 2, okay, another 2 banked corners. There's is that one of them? Oh, there's one of them. There's some, are these all just the same ones? I think they are. So, fair pile of them. That's a slightly smaller one. There's a 90-degree one. Or not quite 90 degrees. I wonder. I should maybe look up some instructions to see how these put together. I did notice there is actually a scalextric general instructions from, did it have a year on it? Standard curve, inner curve, outer curve, double inner curve, straight A, straight C, straight D, yeah, so, well, connecting to power. Okay, so we've got some of that stuff. So, some slightly odd type corners. What's that? Half a straight bit. Straight bits, so that's 5. Look, there's some more corners. So, I mean, tons. And then straight bits, not many of them. That's a lot of straights. And then, as I said, I'll get this this chicaney thing, which it's just very rusty. I think the problem you'll find with these things is, see the fancy bits, like this is going to always have been in the set. You'll find that You know, the starting block thing is always the most worn piece, because whenever you build a track you have to use it. There's a wee thing as well. Yes. So I mean, all in all, a pure ridiculous haul. Did I actually mention how I got these? On my wee local Milton Campsie village notice board, which I joined, I don't know, was it last year during the winter? My pal Cameron was like, you should look at this, it's great. So I did. And it was like folk asking, is that up here? Yes! Something's eating the bulbs in my garden at blah 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 street. So anyone know what this is? You know, it's like, was it deer or rabbits or something? You know, that kind of thing. And there's also quite a lot of, I found these sunglasses on the canal path if they belong to anyone. That kind of thing. A lovely little local village page. So I basically took a photo of a couple of the scalextric cars and just said, scalextric, anybody got any in the loft they don't want? I'd love to say it was for, you know, disadvantaged kids or something, but in all truth it's actually for me and my pal, who are both just getting into this stuff. And then I got a message, a lovely lady just down the road there, which was my car's in getting fixed. So I was like, oh, how close are you? I don't mind walking a bit, but my car's in. Just like that. I can't remember what the street's called, but it's literally 200 metres away. And she insisted on giving me a lift home, which I was totally, no, I can carry these 2 bags of stuff, that's fine. And then actually this box with all this track in it weighed an absolute ton. So she actually gave me a lift home, so I even got a lift home from the woman's house. And I wasn't really knowing what to expect. I was like, you know, expecting, it's one of those things that, see if you've got like a track it's only got one car and it doesn't work or there's bits missing, you can't really sell it. I mean, you're not really going to get very much for this sort of stuff. There's no controllers, which doesn't matter anyway. It was worth it. Basically, I would have walked into the woman's house for one of these cars, even one of the ones that doesn't work. I think the thing with these is just once the rubber goes to be 20 years old, it goes brittle. So there's no grip whatsoever. So really I might have to buy a box of tyres. Amazing the one car the first car I picked worked though. But some of these are pretty cool. I quite like the XR3s. They don't look particularly expensive cars, but that doesn't matter. I think these are from a set. I don't remember these being on the road. And it wasn't just that either. I mean, I don't even know. An auto start. Oh, that's what that's what that piece there is from this. Line up the cars on the auto start grid, wait for the flashing red light to change to green and go. Okay, got a green light to starter set. That's quite cool. I think that looks like it should have a bulb in it that just isn't there anymore. But I mean, a bulb can't be much. So, maybe not actually. Just a wee silly light bulb. I don't know. Oh no, a bit in there. These are things that I would never have bought. But I mean, if I'm going to build a massive track, pretty cheesy having this sort of stuff lying around at the side of the, you know, just place it at certain corners. So that, there's what else is there? A couple other bits like that. There's a grandstand, and some of those people or all those people are kicking about in a wee bag as well. Which again is something I've never bought, but they're quite cool to have lying about. And then what's another thing? Oh, this might be something to do with the power actually. It does come with a butcher's apron though, so I'll not be putting that on it, but it's like is this actually something to do with the power? Or maybe not actually. It's a trackside thingy. Again, would never have bought it, but I think there might actually be another thing in one of the boxes as well that kind of looks like a similar sort of idea, you know, like some sort of building that you stick at the side of the track, inside the grandstand box. Yeah, so there's my today's scalextric haul. I was not expecting that as a result. I was not expecting anybody to reply. I just thought, why not? It's one of those things I expected someone would maybe, you know, it's what I did. I was left with a Porsche and 2 controllers. That's what I was left with. because I think when I sold them a scalextric, you know, years and years ago, they were maybe in another box or something. I didn't chuck them out, so I was kind of more expecting, you know, half a dozen bits of track or a broken car. I wasn't expecting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 cars, 12 cars, all of which appear to be sort of working. And God knows how many meters of track I got. Ridiculous, yeah. So now I get back to guitars like I should be.